Hey, in this video I'm going to show you how to write an effective LinkedIn About section in 4 simple steps. So the 4 steps are as follows. Number 1, start off with your overall years of experience or years of experience doing a particular thing, the types of roles and responsibilities that you've held, and then the types of organizations, but always quantified by headcount and revenue. Typically, I take this from the resume section because I want the About section to line up with the summary section in my resume. The second part is to then show what you're good at. So you want to start off broad and then narrow down, okay, on some specific things that you're good at in your field, followed by measurable accomplishments and then a call to action. So an example that I did for myself is I have 10 years across agency and in-house recruiting, leading internal talent teams across North America at startups and global tech firms with 60 to 2,000 employees and up to 1.1 billion in revenue. And what this is an objective value statement. So that's what I recommend starting off the profile. And then, like I mentioned, you want to then narrow down what you're good at. Recruitment and leading internal talent teams, okay, is very broad. Recruitment is kind of a mega category. So what I then like to do is narrow down on some specific things that I'm good at, but also what I want to do more of, what I want to attract more of. So I've said I have experience building and leading recruitment functions from the ground up and scaling teams to support clinical services across North America and the UK. I'm very interested in clinical recruitment, so I want to highlight that I am good at and have experience in clinical recruitment. So that is one layer down from the kind of mega category of recruitment. I've specialized in clinical recruitment, but also building up new processes. What I then recommend in the third section, measurable accomplishments, okay? So I've said some career highlights include, and then I've gone on to give specific measurable accomplishments. And part of the reason for that is because just top performers always talk in terms of numbers, accomplishments, okay? Things that are measurable. But also what I've selected here are things that I want to do more of, and I want to, basically, I want an organization or a recruiter or hiring manager to read these accomplishments and think, oh, this person has fixed or solved the problems that we are looking to solve or similar, right? So whether that is growing a team, right, from 1 to 5 for a global organization, there's alignment there, okay? Hiring doctors, nurses, clinical staff, that's what I want to do more of, but what I'm doing is giving specific examples of how many, where as well. So I'm giving an example of kind of the geography, the volume, right, and the types of roles. And then I've also done one for the US as well, and talking about value-based care. So this kind of highlight section is very tailored towards tech and healthcare, which is what I really enjoy, and I really enjoy hiring for clinical roles. So I'm leading with that. I'm not going to lead with me hiring software engineers if that's not what I want to attract more of. So the 3 steps are broad industry experience, okay? And then you want to narrow down on some things that you're specifically good at, and then back up what you're good at. The final thing that I recommend is adding a call to action. And a call to action, in my opinion, a good one, talks about who you want to talk to and what you want to talk to them about. So I've said I welcome the opportunity to exchange ideas with other recruitment leaders about building talent functions, clinical and tech recruitment, and using Lever ATS to, I'm going to say actually, network and exchange ideas. The reason I like this, okay, saying something like this, which is what I would say is a neutral call to action, as opposed to, what a lot of job seekers do is, I'm exploring opportunities, reach out if you have anything that's going to be a fit. That's very me focused, right? Only reach out if you've got something for me. Whereas when you say something like, I welcome the opportunity to network and exchange ideas, okay, what that does is implies that whoever reaches out to you is also going to get something in return, right? An exchange of ideas, but you also position yourself as a subject matter expert in the areas that you identify. So I've said building talent functions, clinical and tech recruitment, and using Lever ATS, which is an applicant tracking system, right? So what I'm doing is I'm positioning myself as someone that has things to offer in this domain, but I'm saying network and exchange ideas. I'm not saying only reach out to me if you have a job, right? I'm using this kind of profile to be a little bit more neutral, a bit more open, so I can build a network, which we know is effective when it comes to a job search. What I recommend avoiding is saying really generic buzzwords or just using AI to write some kind of random summary, right? Saying things like, I'm a strategic thinker, I'm a results-driven seasoned recruiter who thrives in fast-paced environments, right? This is what I call garbage content, and you do see it a lot online and in resumes, and it doesn't usually lead to the most results. So anyways, that's my 4-step structure. Hopefully this was helpful. Drop a like if you enjoyed this, and if you need any help with your resume or your LinkedIn profile, I offer personalized reviews as well as rewriting sessions. Just check out my website, samstruan.com, for more info. Thanks again.